If Sebastian Chambers ever introduces y'all, what I highly recommend is sending that dude 4 or 5 bullet points and show him how to use ChatGPT. But my man killed it. I was like, huh. I was learning stuff about me as he was talking. But I really appreciate you guys showing up early on a Saturday morning. I guess we calling this day 2 or day 3?
I don't know, but you rocking them ones, though.
I hear you. Thank you, Terry. You had me walking last night during that New America talk. So I'm grateful to be here. Anytime Andy asks me to talk, I don't take it for granted because there's so many smarter, better looking people than me as options. So when I am asked to speak, I try to bring it. So if it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna bring it. And I'm gonna talk 29 minutes and I'm gonna try to add some value. So this is always a complicated talk because some of you guys have worked with us 20 years and some of you guys haven't been with us 20 minutes. So how do I add value to the new people and add a little bit of value to our more seasoned, experienced sales force? So that's always a challenge. So my official talk is called the Arc of Triumph. Dominate with unmatched power. I thought that would get a little bit more of a reaction. You see how dominate is in all caps? Does y'all not feel the emphasis on the all caps? All right, so let's try this one more time. Y'all ready? The title of my talk is The Arc of Triumph. Dominate with unmatched power. And I'm hoping in my right pocket is not my wallet, but that thing that clicks the PowerPoint. It's 50-50. Boom. All right, here we go. All right. Who has ever logged into the Arc? All right, if somebody did not say woo or raise their hand, somebody fast track them immediately and try to figure out what's going on. So, guess whose homepage this is? Huh? Bel Air? Nope. Huh? That is Winoka, AKA Noel Leventovich. This is not a figment of your imagination. I asked them for a screenshot of their homepage. So that is what their projected income is in 2025. Now, easy. I got 20 more slides, we gotta chill out. But I always say, people, if that number is encouraging to you, that's awesome. And if that number pisses you off, that's great. But build this business mad or glad. Don't build it lukewarm because you're gonna get spit out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the BIBLE. So that's just a quick homepage, but I want you guys to get upset or excited every time you log in based on that green number. Is that cool with everybody? All right, next slide. We keep up with stats that help you sell, recruit, and build more. These are updated every night at midnight, and we keep score. So we think the building game is important, selling, recruiting, and building. We keep up with ARC money, issue paid premium, fast tracks, contracts, and getting new people paid. We treat this business like a game, and usually the people that don't like to keep up with stats are the people that are losing, and the people that are winning typically like to keep score. Does that make sense? So if you don't like keeping score, that might be a good indicator. Never mind. But just know that we like to keep score, and we show you versus the top 5 in those 6 categories. And the goal is for you to be in the top 5 of those categories, because if you are, you're gonna have one of the fastest growing businesses in the Alliance. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, next one. Does anybody have a negative family member that they're really, really nice to, but secretly they never wanna speak to again? If that person is next to you, don't raise your hand, just kind of give me that look. I got you right, okay. So I have a cousin. Everybody's got one of them cousins, right? Yeah. I was at the beach. We rent 2 6-bedroom beach houses that are combined at Ocean Isle Beach every week for like I'm 38, for the last 30 years. Same family, same people, and it's great. Hang out with them once a year, you know how that is. I have the same cousin every summer that says, hey, you still doing that insurance thing? I'm like, yeah. He said, I figured you'd be doing something, better than that at this point. Aren't you almost 40? I'm like, well, I can't express in words how much I don't care about the opinions of non-productive people. I couldn't even verbalize how much I don't care, but I'm nice, because he means well. And he tried to be a doctor, but he couldn't figure it out. But anyway, his idol is Ben Carson. So, and I know this, and I'm like being nice, and he's like, so, what's going on? Like, people have never made more money. I said, we're on the track of June. We're up 35% in sales. Like, things are rolling. People have never made more money in the company. And I'm just happy to play a small part in fueling the entrepreneur initiative within the Alliance and helping people become small business owners taking over. And he was like, well, that's cool. Anything new? And I'm like, yeah. I'm actually sharing a stage with Dr. Ben Carson on Saturday. He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm gonna pull up theallianceevents.com and explain this to you. At the Alliance, our keynote speaker is Dr. Ben Carson. So I'm kicking it off on Saturday, and he's closing down on Saturday. And he's like, Ben Carson speaking at y'all's event? I said, yeah, do you know who that is? He has texted me 20 times about how to get his insurance license just based on Ben Carson being here. So, if y'all didn't know, Ben Carson's speaking tonight. But that's just fun. That's just I don't know. That messed me up. And when Andy said Ben Carson, I was like, the guy that separated the twins? Yeah. And so anyway, for y'all's cousin, and never know how you're gonna mess people up, but hopefully we give you something to mess somebody up this weekend. All right. I cannot go over all of this stuff in 20 minutes. You know what I need to grow my business? If I had all the tabs expanded so I could show a new recruit all the stuff on the arc. Bam! It's right there. That was taken with the snippet tool. And all of my PowerPoint slides are done with the snippet tool. There is very limited type words. You gonna take a picture of that? Let me get out of your way. That's a good picture, right? Are you? Okay, okay. So I'm in the way, right? Anyway. So that's all the tabs. That's all the stuff on the arc. Wish I knew all the stuff was on the arc. It's right there. What's that green button? You can chat with us. It's 2025, and you can chat. That's an option. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hit 6 things, and then I'm out. I'm gonna show you a screenshot of us now versus where we were at last year. As Albright says, you don't know how you look until you get your picture took, and I took a picture. And I'm gonna show it to you. The second thing is not to be confused with the 8 steps that Jeff Bright's gonna talk about later on this afternoon, but the 8 steps of getting started. If we can get excited about boring stuff that leads to money, then we all can achieve financial freedom together. The third thing is I'm gonna make sure you know how you get paid Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because not anything else really much matters if we mess that up. The fourth thing I'm gonna talk about is integrity technology. And then I'm gonna show you how your team is automatically drawn out. I showed this to a person at Integrity, and they would have thought I discovered fire. They were like, how do y'all do this? Well, we have the heart. Anyway. And the sixth thing I'm gonna talk about CRM. All right, so we gotta roll real quick. Y'all ready for this? This first slide's pretty exciting. You got your mind right? Look at this. Can y'all see that? Do you really? So we're up 33.96%. Year over year, no emotions, straight data. So our top 23 people as of now are Adam, Marcus, and Carla, Jonathan and Megan, Danny, Mia, Deborah, Joe and Tawny, Robin, and Caroline, Joe, Amanda, Oscar, Julius, Joshua, Jake and Bell, Marnie, Sabrina, Jake, and Veray, Marcus, Mark and Noel, Linda, Megan, Eric, Ethan, and Jeremiah. Give a hand for our top 23 producers so far this year. If you were 24, you missed it by that much, and the snippet did not grab you, so I'm sorry. If you are a regional manager or above, I am happy to send you your product breakdown, product type by hierarchy year over year. And you can see, so did you know I could do that, Jake? So we can see how much final expense, index GUL, annuities. We can basically see your product breakdown, and it's real simple, and it takes me 30 seconds to do. And if you're a regional manager above, just send me a text. I'm happy to send that to you today. But that is a screenshot. And we're up 35. We're actually up 30. We're actually up 34%. That's the data. So if you guys were wondering if you're growing, we are. And it's thanks to the work that you are guys doing. So give yourself a hand for that. All right. Here, I understand how boring this is. I get it. Albright has also done an activity call about activity every Friday at 10 o'clock since I've worked here. Andy's ability to be excited, Fitz's ability to be excited, Adam Katz, Stephen, all of our integrity partners' ability to get excited about boring stuff is the reason their green number when they log into ARC is higher than yours. You get excited, or we get excited about cool, fancy, new stuff instead of the basics, which are selling, recruiting, and building. If you want to be a smart butt to somebody, say, at the Alliance, we do one thing. We sell, recruit, and build. That's the one thing we do. So when you sign somebody up, if you can get fanatical and excited about these 8 things, it will lead to you growing your business. What am I talking about? The first thing in the top right is an NAA number. It's exciting getting an NAA number. Why would you not be excited about it? You get all access to this for free. We had the vice president of life sales of integrity at our office yesterday. I gave him a 2-hour tour of this facility, every nook and cranny of our business. And he said, remind me, how much of a monthly fee do you guys charge your agents for all of y'all's technology? Because he had just been to 2 or 3 other offices where they nickel and dime their agents a monthly fee and take it out of their commissions. We need to recruit all those people. And he was like, what do you mean you don't charge anything for this? Y'all have the best technology and you don't charge. And it humbled me for a second. I was like, Andy's built a foundation deep and wide, and it's our job to build it real, real tall. But the foundation is here, baby. Let's lay some dadgum concrete. So, getting an NA number, get excited about that. Like, guys, when you sign up with us, you get access to all of the Alliance Resource Center. You get access to all of the ARC. The agent agreement, you have to agree for us to get the money from the carriers and pay you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Licenses are automatic. We have an agreement with NIPR, the National Insurance Producer Registry. We know all of your residence and non-residence license and all of your state appointments. W-9, we pay taxes. It's very government regulated. This is not a scam. Everybody pays taxes. Sorry about it. So you gotta sign that. Carrier contracts, whoever your upline says, get appointed with those carriers. 6, don't be one of those people that writes 10 grand your first week and then itches with a B in the chat about, I don't see my money. The first question is, hey, awesome agent, we're so honored to have you on our team. Have you given us your direct deposit information? It happens every week. Y'all ain't gonna pay me. Have you told us where to send the money? Well, y'all are supposed to know we're not that good. You have to let us know your account and routing number if you would like for us to pay you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Personal use policy. Step 1 of the 8 steps is eat your own cooking. I mean personal use. Yeah. I would not eat at a restaurant where the cook was too afraid to taste his own food. I like to eat at the crowded restaurants where the food's really good. Don't be an insurance agent pitching stuff you ain't got. Well, I got this product with some other company. I'm sure it's great. Can you get one with us? And then the 8th one is getting paid. So as a manager, you can imitate anybody in your downline's page. And what I am telling you guys, if you'll slow down 5 minutes and just walk them through how to check all these boxes, you'll make a lot more money. Because if you can get excited about the boring stuff, that's where all the money is. Well, I know this guy with a Have they written a personal use policy on themselves yet? Is that box checked? I don't like unchecked boxes. I'm one of those OCD people. When I get app notifications out to update them all at the same time. It tears my nerves to pieces. So if you got an unchecked box, that's on you. Does that make sense? Everybody cool? All right. Next thing. That's pretty self-explanatory. We get the money. All right, real talk. I hope this is not going on YouTube because I'm not sure if this is compliant. But allegedly, if you say allegedly, you can say whatever you want. Allegedly, actually, this is not allegedly. We pay, listen to me. Y'all listen to me? In your bank accounts in June of 2020, we were in Cabo. Where were we in Cabo in 20? Was that June? We were in June in 2025. So you take June of 2024 versus June of 2025. We paid out, not made. We put in agents' bank accounts $1 million more in June of 25 versus June of 24. I wanted to text my cousin, and Ben Carson's here. All right, for you picture taker people, this is a new slide that's coming up. And for you data people that like to chat with our commission, I got people ready with pictures. I love that. So this next slide, you're gonna like it, okay? Because this next slide is ranked, not based on emotions, not based on what carriers I like the best. It is based on volume that we have sold, our top 10 carriers year to date that we've sold. And it's gonna, you see how I'm really teasing this next slide, Jake? I can see you getting excited. And it's gonna show you when you wanna see it? All right, I'll hit it and then I'll talk about it. You ready? Bam, look at that, whoa. So, you do like that, that's good. People like that. Hold on, let me get out of the way. All right, look. So, everybody is, you mean pose with it? So, everybody's trying to figure out, hey man, I'm trying to get my next promotion. When does this carrier send data? Blah, 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 blah. How can I get, I need $800 more on my third just all kinds of stuff. So we count everything based on when we get data. So when you're trying to hit your next promotion, it's not based on when it goes issue paid. It's not based on submitted. It is based on when we get the data. And this chart behind me clearly identifies when we get the data. You will notice one in the top 4 only sends us data once a week. And we have been working with them for 3 years, and I have been sending sternly worded emails, and it has done no good. So if you guys get a minute this week and just be like, hey, I got an idea. I wonder if y'all could send data every day, and maybe you guys can get something done that I have been unable to get done. But this just kind of gives you a snapshot of when stuff counts and the timing of it. The next slide is gonna make some of you mad, and again, I apologize. Is everybody ready? Because this is Mike and Noel's bank account for June. It's rude. The rude part is this part. You ready? They got paid on 28,095 different rows of commission. This number right here. You see this number? That's right. If I was gonna say 2 letters and the last one was a U, that would be that number. They got paid on 28,000 different things in June. They didn't have to check 20 different carrier statements. Everything is in one spot in the same format. 28,000 times. Well, Robbie, I have many leather-bound books and my apartment smells of rich mahogany and I am very good at Excel. Can I analyze this in a CSV sheet? Yes, you can download it in a CSV if that would make you happy, Terry. No, you're good. And we keep up with chargebacks. Chargebacks are a part of this business. you would notice that they have about 25% of their business fall off the books. It's 20-25% depending upon your product mix. That happens. So like this is not a perfect business. So I like showing people chargebacks because I'm like, hey, this business is not perfect, and Noel and Mike get chargebacks and their integrity partner. If you get a chargeback, remain calm. It's going to be fine. Sell something else or save the policy. But I mean, if you want to take out chargebacks, we got a view for that. But like, I like showing people all the information so they know we're not messing with people's money Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next page is this. Look at that. Shout out to Charles Haith, man. He's a Power BI Microsoft master. This integrity technology stuff, in my opinion, was terrible 6 months ago. Don't tell him I said that. Allegedly. But now it's getting pretty good. Let me tell you what integrity would like eventually to happen. They would like for you to get a really good lead on Integrity Lead Center and haul that data, first name, last name, date of birth, address, all that information right here. And then they would like for you to quote that person using their Life Center platform. You see it? So the person's leads right over here, all their information that you need to put on the app. Okay, you see all this information right here? Y'all see it? Some of y'all don't see it. Y'all see this information right here? All right, what was this bucket right here? Y'all remember what this one was? All right, so you get the lead over here, and then all the person's information is right here. You understand? It's called a quick quote. Final expense, IUL, whatever. And then they want you to do the e-app all on the same platform. Okay. So like they're trying to play chess while other companies are playing checkers because they know the power in all this data, and they know the power and the value of your time. So their intentions are to make this one step, not three. So you got the lead, you quote it, and you do the e-app. But here's where I want to thank you guys. We have sent them over 500 emails between me, Clay Murtis, and Gina Hawks based on your feedback of how to make this platform better. So in my opinion, I am not ready, and Fitz and Andy can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not ready to switch completely on it, but what I need you to do is start, like it's almost there. So if you would start using it, it would help it make it better for everybody. So when we don't use the thing we're using now for quoting and we just use this, it'll be better, not inferior. Is everybody tracking on that? Yeah. So we keep stats on who's using what, and currently the Albright team and the Fitz team are using the most, and allegedly they also have the most stock in this room of integrity. So that makes sense. Next one is if you haven't registered for it, that's right, it is right. Hashtag math. If you have not registered, the registration link is on the ARC. So talk to your manager, talk to your upline. I would encourage you to use it, try it, find something you like about it, find something that's wrong with it, and help us make it better so when we go full all in, it works better than it does now. Everybody on the same page? Well, Robbie Craft said I had to use it. Did you listen to anything I said? I said use it a little bit to help it make us better so when we get rid of the other thing we're using is perfect. All right, cool. Next thing, this is a couple of screenshots of final expense and how it looks like. And then that's the e-app thing. So just mess with it. I'm not going to talk about any more about that. All right. Oh, here's another thing. Raise your hand if you have sold over 100 policies with us. That's a lot of people. All right. If your hand was raised, here's my biggest frustration that's almost fixed. In my CRM, like I've sold 733 policies since I've been here 15 years, and then my integrity CRM has 211. We almost have all the ARC data in the Life Center, which will make your policy reviews and doing e-apps, I almost said gooder, but I'm gonna say more efficient. Because as the COO, you should not say words like gooder. So it's just gonna be more efficient because if you don't value your time, who's gonna value it? So if all of your client data is already in there, why would you retype in the address, type in the phone number, the name? Why wouldn't you just pull up their client file and do e-app and do it right there? Save you some time. All right, here's what's really cool, and here's what Integrity thought we discovered: fire, okay? I have promoted this in the past, and I have done a poor job promoting the things to say 2, 3, and 4, okay? So 3 times a week, your hierarchy production drawing is automatically updated. I would encourage you to continue to draw out your group because I think that's a great use of your time to see what parts of your group are growing, what parts of your group are not growing, and to identify where to spend more and less time. That is my personal opinion. But with the Alliance and with the ARC, that has got no technology fees, we draw out your group and update it 3 times a week. New people joining your group, producers, people that have been here 10 years, people that have been here, just got their NA number. So what's crazy is if you have a big group, you can just search by badge level for people. Like if you're Andy Albright and you're looking for all of your agency managers, you can click badge level and just look at your group and just look at agency managers. You can just look at board members. So the other day, I imitated the company account, and I said, I just want to see the board members. And that was pretty cool. If you're trying to see who in your group wrote over $10,000 in production, guess what? You can search. So I would go to previous month for that, because there's current month, previous month. So if you want to look at a whole month of data, or if you want to look at like everybody on my team that's paid $50,000 in production so far this year. So you got the tabs, current month, previous month, 2 months ago, 2025 and 2024, where those search things really, really come in handy if you have a growing organization. If you've hired one person the last 90 days, there's not a whole lot to look at with these filters. But for people that are working and recruiting and building, these are very helpful tools. So, is that cool, Terry? Did you know about that? That's nice. Yeah, it's free too. All right, next thing. Oh, look, where's Adam Katz at? Adam Katz's group in June did $1,050,111. Hammer time. So, I love just Katz, that makes me so happy. God, in the 7-digit club, baby, let's get it. So that's what Katz's group looked like. That's what $1 million a month looks like in volume. But this is what Katz's group looks like with just AMs. Because I searched his group for badges. What's the gold people? The gold people are the ones that are what you search for. Well, what about the non-gold people? The non-gold people found a gold person. That's how that works. Well, can you take the non-gold people out? Now we like them because they hired somebody that was good at what you searched for. The next thing, this is Katz's $20,000 a month producers for June. So whatever you're looking for, it's here. So that's like for you guys if you guys are hiring 100 people a quarter and trying to figure out what's what, you might would search for who did $5,000 and who's got recruiting stuff. So I would encourage you, it works better on a computer than your phone, but it works a little bit on your phone just because it's a lot of information. But I would encourage you to look at that this weekend and say, I didn't know that so-and-so had written this much business or recruited this many people. So this is one of the most underutilized things that I've been hammering on since, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago. There is so much money in you guys' CRM. And I know like our top producers, they have like calendar slots where they'll say, hey, I'm gonna make myself say happy birthday to my clients during this time. I'm gonna make myself do policy reviews. I'm gonna make myself, talk about Medicare during these times. But if you guys are not, like these are free leads that already have given you their social security number, that have already given you your bank account, and some of you guys never call your clients again. And I'm not looking at, I can't see any of y'all because these lights, so I'm not looking at anybody. But like some of you guys would make more money if you would just say, hey, Bob Jones, I want to wish you happy birthday. This is Terrence, your insurance agent. How are things going? Does that make sense? And it's a free phone call and all the information is right here. For you guys that are building a business, we have a team tab where it's got all of your recruits' happy birthdays and all of your producers and your people's first deposits. And just take 30 minutes a week or an hour a week and call all of your sales today tab and all of your team tab. And I promise you that would be a great ROI on your time. Now, if I didn't cover something that you wanted me to cover, I am really sorry. We cut 20 videos that are all updated, by the way, because the last time I did this, they were not. So they're all updated. So if you are ever curious about any of those 20 topics, I'm explaining how our 100% commission grid works in this video. So if you're not comfortable explaining how commissions work, I can explain to your new recruit how our commissions work in a 5-minute video under the resources tab. Tracking on that? So, something bad is gonna happen to y'all next week. I don't know what it's gonna be, okay? And my favorite gladiator quote is this: falling down is how we grow. Staying down is how we die. So when something happens to you next week and you get knocked down, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get up.
Thank you guys.